Hey you guys, it's Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. So it's a toasty day, but that's not keeping Blondie down. Oh, wow. She practically ran into Batista.
Oh, wow. Look at him, he's mad.
Oh yeah, he is. He's like, how dare you insult my manhood like that.
The woman's crazy.
Oh, Savannah, that glove. Oh, there goes Blondie. Ready for it.
Blondie.
Well, she's in a mood today, isn't she?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, attitude.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at her, spinning around like a quarter horse. Oh, Belladonna's not fitting to let her have it. Now, if Belladonna was an older female, I actually would have stopped that because that actually could have escalated to like an adult female would have taken that as a big sign of disrespect. We could have had an incident out of it, but Belladonna's younger and there's really no risk. And sometimes it's good for the little ones to get pushed around a little bit to teach them their place. So sometimes I let that kind of stuff work itself out. Looks like Preacher saw a bird or something. What's the matter, Preacher? What's the matter, boy? Oh, he was not letting Cashmere do it. He wasn't in the mood for it. Look at him. Yep. Steady trying to play. Cashmere. There's our new girl, Gina. Looking good. Hey, Cashmere, leave her alone. Psst, leave her alone. I took her bandages off. Now we're just letting the ears finish up healing before we take the sutures out, and then she should be good to go. It was pretty fast. Not the same. What sucks usually is the bottom part of the ear, the base of the ear. That's what takes the longest to heal whenever you're dealing with an ear crop. Hey, you, drop it now. Belladonna, put it down. Shh, drop it. Belladonna, drop it now. Bella? Well, see, there you go. 6 months old. What'd I tell you? Like clockwork. Like clockwork. You're a bad dog. That's a bad dog. You were bad. You were bad. All the way. You were bad. Bad dog. Bad dog. There we go. Bad dog. Tell you, I don't care how good you are, when they hit 6 months old, they're gonna do that to you. It's like teenagerhood for these guys, you know? It's like 13 or 12. Psst, hey, get out of it. No. That time she listened better. I don't know where that came from. I have not bought anything from H-E-B Market in a thing like that, but whatever. The wind is so strong here that it could have come from anywhere. So, Giovanni's looking good. You know, I have to say, oh, here she is. Hi, pretty girl. I have to say that one of the things that I'm really proud of is when I posted pictures of Giovanni on Facebook the other day, a lot of the people were like, oh, he's beautiful. And then there was a huge group of people, a huge group, but a pretty big portion of the comment section was commenting how they were just really hoping that his health test came back good. And, you know, I really genuinely was very proud because people were able to see past his beauty and recognize that in order for him to be of use to the program, that he has to have good health certifications. And I was just so proud. I have to say that. It's the first dog that anyone's ever done that with on my stuff. And I just felt, you know, really and honestly, truly so proud. And not just proud, but I felt like maybe people understood what it's like. You know what I mean? Like, one of the biggest things about me starting my YouTube channel, well, there was a lot of things, okay? One of them is that I wanted a platform to be able to show people what true dog behavior is like. I got really tired of the Facebook groups of people who just go around and tell, they tell their version of canine behavior, which is based upon like social sciences that really are not based in dogs. And they just get on and they criticize and they bully anybody that thinks differently than them. So I wanted a place where I could basically demonstrate, like show, because I see what my dogs do. And I was like, you know what, like instead of arguing with these people, I'll just show them. So I had that. And then also I wanted to show people like what it's genuinely like to be a breeder, right? Because there's a lot of misinformation out there about what breeders are and what makes a good breeder and what makes a bad breeder. And I just wanted to be able to show that. Blondie, psst, that was your attitude. I heard it. Go on, off the stick. Go, my stick. So I wanted to give the real life perspective of what it's like to be a responsible breeder. And so I feel like seeing people make that comment of loving him, everybody loves him, don't get me wrong, no one's criticizing him, but they equally understood that in that same sentence of thinking he's beautiful, that he needs to pass his health certs. That just really made me feel like maybe we're getting somewhere. Like maybe people are really finally starting to understand it's not about pretty dogs. It's about healthy dogs. Healthy, long-lived dogs. And you can't just look at the animal. You know what I mean? It can never just be that simple. You have to look with a critical eye. And that's what it takes to be a breeder. You have to be able to look at an animal and put aside the fact that it's pretty and cute and look for the things that are wrong with it, which a lot of people don't want to do. In fact, they think it's mean. But it is what is necessary because of the fact that we don't let our animals live in the wild, where nature would cull out the animals that are lacking in any area, whether it be temperamentally or physically. And so because of the fact that we've removed the dogs from that natural process, we now have to try to do our best to take over that role and to only breed in the strongest animals. And that means breeding in the animals that have the least amount of physical faults and the least amount of temperament problems as possible. And so when you see a dog like Giovanni and you think to yourself, wow, he's beautiful, I do want the second thought on your brain to be, what are his health certifications? I really do. The world will be a better place, or at least the United States will, if people start buying their dogs based upon the health, because it holds all breeders responsible. You know what I mean? I want you guys to think about more than just the surface of the animal. And if losing all of these animals throughout the time that we've been doing this for either temperament issues or health issues, if that has helped to educate you guys on what it takes to be a responsible breeder and what it means to have a healthy, beautiful animal, then I feel like that is worth it. I genuinely do, because that is what is going to lead to more buyers saying, no, I want to see those health certifications, not just yes, we did it. I want to see it. I want to see the proof of it. I don't want you to just tell me, I actually want to see it. There's no reason not to ask for that result, you know? And it just, to know that that you should have a higher standard. All of us should. If you want to avoid having breeds go bad by like for example the German Shepherd or the show German Shepherd, if you don't want to see the majority of them break down early, then you have to hold breeders accountable. And so you have to demand those health certifications for yourself and for others. And it shouldn't just be about a pretty dog. And so yes, Giovanni is beautiful, but make no mistake about it, if he doesn't pass, he'll have to go. And it's not about not loving him. I think all of you know that. But it is about what's best for the breed. It is a responsibility, and that's what loving homes are for. Loving pet homes are for the people that just want a pet, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it works. That's the thing, is it works. There's homes for all the animals. There's love for all the animals. There's purpose for all the animals, and that's what matters, is do they have a purpose? Do they have a place in the world? And they do. And so, you know, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about it and pray about it, that Giovanni's going to pass, that all of my dogs are, you know what I mean? And yet I still take them all, you know what I mean? Knowing that there very well could be something wrong. You know, there was a time when I thought that you could see it, and now I don't believe that because I couldn't see it in Valencia, in Liberty. You know, I couldn't see it. Not to say that her hips are bad, but I thought that you would be able to see, you know, it in the movement and everything, and you just couldn't. So it really does go to show that you really need to be health testing them, because for all you know, they may break down when they're, you know, maybe 5 or 6, you know, and a person may think, oh, well, you know, there's no problems, and you just don't know that. So you have to do it. And I just was very proud to see people making that comment. I was really glad to see people invested in our program in such a way that I don't even have to say it, because it's very hard for me, because I'm stuck in a hard place, right? It's like on one end, I'm a dog breeder and I'm trying to be a responsible dog breeder. And on the other end, I have this YouTube channel with all these followers, all these people that are attached to my animals. And it is very difficult, not just for me, but for all of you, whenever a dog doesn't make it, you know, whenever they, for whatever reason, are not able to stay. And it's very difficult to get up here and say something about it, because I ultimately always lose some subscribers no matter what. Always a bunch of dislikes, always a bunch of angry people. But unfortunately, that's what I have to do. If I didn't do it, then I wouldn't be a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be a good advocate for dog breeding or for my breed in general if I just kept every dog simply because you guys liked them and I don't want to, you know, make you guys mad. So for those of you that the last time it happened, you guys handled it so much better, and it really feels like we're starting to genuinely create an audience of people that are beginning to really understand what it takes to breed quality, healthy animals. What it takes to not be a backyard breeder. The amount of time, heartache, money that goes into it is nothing to laugh at or shake a stick at. And I hope that you guys are really starting to see that, and I feel like you are. I feel like people are genuinely starting to understand this. And to those of you that do, I just can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I really do. You know, as I told some of my subscribers recently, you guys make me very proud. You do, because there are people that thought that the general public could never know about this stuff, that they could never handle it, you know, that they would never understand it, they would never be able to accept the work it takes. You know, they're too invested. They call them pet people, you know what I mean, where they're just the fur mommy, fur daddies. They're just too emotional to handle it. And I think that I've shown that they can. There is a small fraction of the population that still can't, but overall, most people can. And even if they couldn't right at first, over time, they've acclimated to it and they understand it. And so anyway, I'm very proud, and I just want you guys to know that this is a very beautiful thing when people are learning and bonding and growing. And I see people saying hi to each other in the comment section and knowing each other, and, you know, really educated themselves on stuff, going to look stuff up for themselves. That's the biggest thing. You know, I never want people to just take my word for something. That's why I always provide sources to all my stuff. I want you guys to look it up. I want you to get in the habit of educating yourself. Don't just take somebody's word for it, because that's how you'll always get taken advantage of. You've always got to be willing to do the research, to know the information yourself. And so anyway, so I just have to say that it's such a cool deal for me. I love seeing it. And yeah, so anyway, so the dogs are hot. It's a hot one, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take these guys inside and do some grocery shopping for Savannah Bear and us. And I will, I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Bye.